even the principal was like, yo, the nurse not here yet? But anyways, when she had the audacity to sigh. And she's like, did you just get here? Why are you here? Why are you here? And I was like, I threw up in the field and I need to go home. What do you mean? And she's like, did you even go to class? Did you even go to class? And I was like, no, I literally came here because class wasn't even open. Be for real. So she's like, no, go to your teacher right now. I don't even know why you're in here. Go to your teacher right now and maybe we can figure something out. So I go to my teacher. My teacher's a sweetheart. I tell him what happens, and he's like, oh my goodness. He's like, go to the nurse right now. He's like, I'm going to write you a note right now. He's like, actually, no, I'll just call and you just go, okay? So I go to the nurse again, and she's like, why are you back? And I'm like, bitch, for the same reason. What do you mean? So when I get to by the time I get to the nurse's office, my teacher had called her and like updated her on what was going on. So when I get there, she's like, why are you here? Home girl, I know Dr. Ball called you and told you why I was gonna come in today. So she's giving me so much attitude, you guys. Like, I'm not even kidding. So I'm like sitting there and she's still going at it. She's like, being passive aggressive, like, you ruined my morning. Like, I can't even believe this. Gosh. And then I'm like, hey, can you call my mom? Because like the ice pack that you gave me is surely not worth this. So then she finally caves in and calls my mom, and my mom comes pick me up. So now the reason why she got beat up because this girl named Michaela. Shout out to Michaela if you're watching this. You really were the hero this year. When I tell you nobody liked the nurse, no one had a good experience with her. And rumor has it, even the principal fucking hated her. So Michaela goes into the nurse one day, and her hand is cut pretty bad, and she's like, yo, I need Band-Aid, like something, like, I don't even know. So the nurse is giving her so much attitude this day, right? And Michaela's like, why are you being so mean? Like, girl, I got a cut on my hand. And the nurse gets in her face and is like, your cut is not my problem. If you weren't acting like such a hood rat, maybe you wouldn't have gotten cut. Yo, and mind you, there's other kids listening to this in the nurse's office. The principal's there, and the principal's like, oh, whoa. Everybody's like, whoa. So then Michaela, mind you, the nurse was this colored. Michaela was this colored, okay? So Michaela, as the nurse is in her face, just goes, all right, make. And she just goes in, right? It was so bad that Michaela grabbed the nurse by her hair and was actively pulling her out of the nurse's office while she's going, ma. Michaela pulls her so far out of the nurse's office that she's now pulling her to like go outside. She's outside with it, and everybody in that little vicinity got to see Michaela beat the brakes off of the nurse, right? The kids that were witnesses in the nurse's office literally perked up and started running to like all the classroom doors, going bop, bop, bang, bang, bang. Michaela beat up the nurse! Michaela beat up the nurse! Because the tension between Michaela and the nurse has been going on for the entire, everybody knew about that. It was going on for the entire year. Obviously, when the nurse got up, she was like, I can't even believe this. I was never rude to you. Oh my God. But even the principal said, like, no, that was a very racist thing, like a very microaggressive thing to say to a black student, right? So, yeah, eventually, I think Michaela got suspended. She didn't even get expelled for that. And the nurse, I think she was able to come back, but she didn't come back.
The way a guy's whole demeanor changes as soon as he finds out you have a boyfriend is so filthy. Let's talk about it. A year ago, me and my friends went to the club, and then we went to this like after hours social club. It's like members only, but it's not. You basically just have to know someone to get in. Our one friend, she's a bottle girl there, so that's how she's able to get us in. So we go to this place a lot, and there was this one bouncer that we weren't familiar with because we've never really seen him there. I'm assuming he was new. Anyway, he was young. He was probably like in his mid-20s. I feel like a lot of these stories revolve around guys that age. Definitely. Anyway, it was me, my friends, my sister's friends. I usually always go out with my sister, and of course Jake, and then some of our friends' boyfriends, which they all rode in a separate car. They're all like really good friends, which is fine. I would rather ride in a car with the girls bumping Fergalicious instead of being in the car with the guys talking about stocks. And of course Fergalicious has some magic in it, so the girls get there first, obviously. The boys were a couple minutes away, so me and the girls made our way towards the entrance. We were basically just gonna like wait up there until the boys got there, where we would all walk in together. We walk up to the mid bouncer, and immediately he was like, what are you pretty girls getting into tonight? And we're like, the social club, hopefully. And And he's like, oh yeah, ha ha ha, like who do you know here? And we're like, oh, the bottle girl, blah blah, is one of our really good friends. And he goes, oh yeah, I'm familiar. And then immediately starts hitting on me and my one friend, like complimenting me really hard. My outfit, my face, my bosoms, all of that. He was definitely drunk. I'm obviously not entertaining it at all. Why would I? So I was just like, oh yeah, ha ha ha. And I'm like trying to like get away from him and like talk to my friends because we're all like waiting there. He was like, oh, well, do you want me to take you inside? They can like meet you in here. I can show you around. And I was like, dude, like I just told